I know. You're not a piss. So wait, are you more a dabber? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, dribbler. I've never watched. Okay. Well, see, I never. A bun never does because I'm a maid, and so I just have a maid meeting. Anyway, we're gonna hit this to We'll Do It Live. We will get to Lucid when they get here, but just so people can see the picture and all of that. Even though I was very proud of the image that I put together, I deserve $5. Please send it in small unmarked bills. Okay. Let's get everybody together.
Where are we gonna find 5 guys named Bill that don't have a mark on them?
I know one.
I'm just
Hopefully, get my hands on them. They won't be unmarked for long.
I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill. Thank you for the follow.
I want you to know. I want you to know next that I just when I was doing the big bad, Bun told me, remember, Nix wants to sleep with them, so make them hot.
I did. That was like one of the major.
Thank you, Bun. Thank you.
That was a major requirement for making Big Bad, was that he would be hot enough that Nix would like it. So.
I'm gonna be disappointed if I didn't do your taste. If I didn't do your taste, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be like, oh man, I didn't get it.
To be fair,
Let it.
she did say that she was like, yes, tall, scary wolf man. I'm interested.
Nix, do you have the new figure yet put into the game?
Oh no.
Okay. Well, we'll just do. Well, that will be something to remember for, because this is just so that everybody knows. I know we're completely off tangent. Just so everybody knows, this is the season finale of season 2. Season 3 will start not the next play session, but the session after that. And it's going to be Much Ado About Nix and also Night City. They're finally going to get to the city. So, it would be cool if you've got your new fig for that. If you would, please.
Yep. Will do.
Yep. And thank you for iPoodleoodle. I appreciate you. I appreciate a follow.
Sharky, I hate you.
I appreciate a follow. I appreciate a stalk. I appreciate Yandari's putting me in their basement. You know, just the usual stuff. All right. Looks like everybody is here. Who am I missing? No, I'm missing Sedusa. 1 second.
What the?
Like, what the fuck, Bun?
I've been here the whole time.
I've been here the whole time. Yes, and now you're lying down. You're lying down on the job.
I don't even see me.
As we all know, Sedusa is pretty lazy, so she's usually asleep.
Yeah. Our like main medic is totally lazy.
Defining characteristic of Sedusa.
Both the character and player. It's a layabout.
Yep.
I would like to state that while I was in the bathroom, Sharky did a knocking, like a window knocking sound. I'm so glad I was actively using the restroom at that moment. I was so scared.
There's a reason why when you asked me, do I want the door knocking thing, and I said no. No, because I am far too paranoid and far too haunted by the dead. So no, I'm not having that. I need to know if it's a ghost or not. Okay.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't have the issue if I didn't wear my headphones when I left my computer. But I make a dumb choice to take them with me all the time unless they're dying.
I got you. All right, let's
give you your forecast and DMs, by the way.
Very cool. We are now going to start. So everybody, game faces on. Quiet on the set.
Oh. Opening night, and I'm so excited.
That's 5 demerits for Lupa. All right.
Worth it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the lady is abed. The guests have been filed away into various torture and pleasure chambers, depending upon performance. The toys have been put away, and it's time for a bun to play, or in this case, to run. This is Cyberpunk Red, A Pound of Flesh and Steel, Geek Squad, Season 2, Episode 12, the season finale. Bad boys, seriously, what you gonna do? From 7 p.m. CST till 10:15 CST PM, probably, give or take. These are our players, and I'm going to go to each of them, ask them where their head is at. You don't have to tell me about your SP or your HP because we're going to assume that you are all fully healed. You had that lovely little barbecue time in Fairview. Nobody asked what the meat was, and nobody wanted to know what the meat was. You knew it tasted pretty good. And any time that you might have made out something that kind of looked like a face, Mama Hog was really quick to come over, chop that bit off, and say, oops, and then leave you to your meal. Barbecue, yes, barbecue lifts my spirits. I swear it never fails. And this is proper barbecue, okay? So it's smoky, it's tangy, a little bit sweet. None of that vinegar stuff. Anyway, so let's go to each of our players and see where their head is at after the trip to Fairview and where they are right now. Bearing in mind that you are, even though I have you out here, you are headed back to go talk and report to Big Bad. We will start off with the person who I am like right in her face. But don't want to get too close because Sedusa is my sister. Go ahead, Sedusa. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and where your head's at. Thank you for the follow, Hellraiser.
Hi, I am Bun's sister playing Sedusa. Where Sedusa's head's at is she's finally had a chance to breathe and relax after a lot of ups and downs. She's discovered a bunch of stuff that, yeah, if she thinks about it for too long, it's going to be a problem. But she's not doing that right now. She's really trying to be like, all right, mission accomplished. We had some R&R. I got gifts for all of my friends. I invited. We all invited our newest friend to be our BFF, and that's good. And I'm definitely not subconsciously thinking I'm about to get a list that might have my name on it. What happens when I learn my new name or my old name? What happens when I remember this stuff? Am I going to go catatonic again? And oh right, didn't one of my eyes fucking talk to me last time? Can they all talk to me? Is that a thing? Are they their own people? Are they other people? And I carting around other people, trying not to think about that at all. And then just big smile, just like, okay, mission accomplished. Let's go do this.
Absolutely. I will say this. The only time that the eyes have spoken to you specifically was down in the depths, thanks to the influence of Big Ugly. But since that point, though they still follow your commands, they still deal with your instincts, it's sort of weird. It's almost like you feel less like they are a extension of you and more like they're compatriots or maybe even children that follow your desires, obviously for a actual desire to want to please you. And they seem to care about you in a way that would indicate that they may very well be their own entities. So your thoughts are a little muddled every now and then, because sometimes you will find yourself not thinking Sedusa thoughts, but maybe thinking Watson thoughts, and like be calculating various things. And yeah, it's been a little disconcerting, but you know what? Barbecue, that was good.
I love that barbecue.
I love that barbecue. That barbecue was great. And then like a chorus of voices, yo, it's pretty good. Well, I didn't get to eat any. Moriarty's like, nom, 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 nom. Anyway. No, that didn't happen. But if it did, oh my god. All right, let's go next to the newest member of the Geek Squad, who's just now found out that he has been accepted, and in fact, like straight up Shanghai, perhaps he kidnapped, into the Geek Squad. Whiteout.
Hello, I am Whiteout, playing Whiteout, and probably for the first time in a fair while, actually looking on life positively. Being basically pseudo-adopted by these kind of crazy people.
Yeah.
that are somehow worse than the rumors.
They are definitely, yes, they do live up to their rep and more so. And in their own way, you think they're actually a little crazier than the Kodiak clan. Because they're all kind of crazy in the same sort of Klingon kind of way. This is more like a federation of crazy people.
As long as none of them pull a Mama Cola and brain someone with a beer can.
I don't think that's happened yet.
Does that make
Give
Lunar
it
our
time.
data?
Excuse me, what?
If we're a federation of nerds, like, does that make you our data? Because if so,
Yeah.
We're going next
Wait.
gen with this. I love
makes
it.
sense.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She's a lieutenant commander?
let's be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah,
Could be. Hey, Rumi, yes, absolutely. Feel free to give me that alert. You know I enjoy
What's
anytime you're
I'm
over
not
there.
Wesley.
That would make Lupa's got to be our Geordie LaForge because like they're the driver basically, but also like fixes the car when crap goes down and is invariably in trouble with us.
I am honestly impressed that Sedusa is
Wait.
allowing this to be Next Generation and not demanding that
Oh.
it be Deep Space Nine.
I would never make a demand, and that wasn't just focus on the Federation, and next gen was.
That is true, and you know, not everybody has that extensive Babylon 5 lore.
All right,
Your
if I'm
whore
Geordie,
face. Yes.
if I'm Geordie, then that makes Sprocket Chief O'Brien.
Yes.
Hero of the people.
There you go. Okay, let's
I was literally sitting here wondering. I was like, if the fixer, then what the fuck is Sprocket? Okay.
Oh
whatever,
god, I'm
sorry.
Worf. And Worf and Riker in the same body.
Okay.
As long as I'm not Worf.
Okay, let's focus. So yeah, yes, that is you have found these people. You still need to make. Well, you did make the phone call, didn't you? If I remember correctly, you made the phone call last session, and you got an earful, but also a send off. I think. Am I misremembering?
We'll
that?
go with that.
Okay. We'll check the clips later.
I
We
actually did the call. I think you ended just before.
Yeah, literally ended with Max Carr. Now you can make a call.
Well, we'll just go with that because we have enough stuff to deal with today.
Yeah.
Yes, you basically the moment you contacted, you got a massive earful from Mama Cola, in that kind of rage way with someone who deeply cares about her people, and she thought you basically were walking in not only to your death, but to something much worse because obviously the good doctor is not so nice to just off you. As you well know. Did you tell her what he did to you?
Yes, I would have.
Okay. All right.
Like, no reason to not to admit, yeah, no, almost got killed.
So, wait.
Literally saved by a Gorgon.
Yeah, Gorgon? Oh, okay. No, she knows. Yeah, she knows these people. So did you tell her that that the good doctor messed with your brain as well, specifically?
I mean, yeah, I would have mentioned, like, put the chip in there, tried to force me to do stuff successfully. And then
Hello,
tried to
Dark
give
One.
me an aneurysm.
Thank you for the follow, Dark One. Yeah. Well, you think you don't really know, and nobody questioned the good doctor. In fact, you hid from the good doctor that whole situation. You get the feeling because you brought it up, because of your nervousness. You brought up the fact that this group is willing to take you on because you do know that she said that anybody who does this was out of the clan. That was her way of making sure that none of her boys put themselves into any more danger. And you get the feeling when she accepts that she probably wouldn't have kicked you out. But she also knows that you kind of didn't like a lot of the rest of the Kodiak clan is a bit more what's the right word, jock-like and a little bit more bestial. There's a lot of slapping people around and so on. You are a little more quieter and more contemplative. So she feels that this is going to be a good mix. She also wants to make sure that she's got sort of eyes and ears in this other group because she is starting to feel affection for them as well. So yes, she agrees with the transfer, and that will be okay. And she needs to go talk to some of her boys because now she has a place to target. She may be about to break one of her own rules. Anyway, so let's go on to Lupa. Lupa, I will go ahead and tell you, Pork Chop stayed with his mom. Partially, no, I'm facing you. You didn't have to turn around. I got you.
Well, I haven't moved my. I
That
haven't
was
touched
me.
my.
I moved them around a little so I could see them.
Well, now I see them. Haha. Here, let's fix this. There we go. Now we can both see them. Okay, Lupa. Pork Chop did in fact stay with his mom, partially because you guys kind of scared the crap out of him about that, and also the more that he thought about it, the more he was like, I almost walked into the van for some candy. I really did. And that is not the kind of van that you ever get back out of. So he needs some mom time. And of course, she needs some smacking my stupid kid around time.
There was some lighthearted ribbing about the mama's boy.
Yes. And he's
That was it.
Yeah, he's accepting it. Especially since you are 100% playing Big Sister at the moment.
Big sibling.
Yes. So, where's your head at? Who are you? And who are you playing?
I am Kara Corvus, Dr. Sausage McHamslam, PhD, playing Lupa.
Woo!
And where my head is at, projects. Too many projects, not enough time.
That is very true. Yeah, a little bit of bullying, you missed it. But it'll come back up, I'm sure. Yeah, this crew is good at that.
Oh no, Hellraiser's talking to me. It's a redeem. I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna wait until everybody's done.
Oh, that kind of okay. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in the middle of kink. Anyway, by all means. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. And you do know that you probably will have some downtime after this, though. I will say, you haven't really done anything for the pound in a while lately, so that's also kind of like ticking on the back of your mind. And also, like, do you want to continue doing things for the pound? You're no longer living there, but they definitely still have a hold on you. So, just thoughts. Okay, and speaking of thoughts, that sounds like I'm calling you a thought. Anyway, Nyx.
Coming. See me.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
Alright, where's your head at? Who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, everybody. My name is Xeris. I am a Snow Leopard Knight, a lovely chaos comfy streamer. I play Nyx, our cybernetic bat cat, our resident lawless lawman, and currently one who is incredibly frustrated with all of these dumb people and how we keep getting into messes like these. Increasingly sad. How they can't just accept that violence is part of this. Anyways, Nyx is looking forward to some stress relief, let's say, shall we? She's so very done with this trip. And looking forward to collecting her individual reward from Big Bad.
I see. And how are you hanging out with your new pets?
I'm very much enjoying my time with my doggo and my cat.
You got 2 doggos.
Yes. Such good boys. Wait, are they both boys?
Cybered up.
Do I even want to know?
The thing
Actually, no, I do need to know. Are they gonna breed on me? Like, I need to know this.
Okay, they are not going to breed. These animals have been the thing to remember is most of a large number of these animals don't exist anymore. They've gone extinct one way or the other. These animals were brought back. That's what all those test tubes and so on were for. Near as you can tell, they don't have functioning bits in that nature. Specifically to be sure that the population is very well controlled. That's what you kind of got from the lab.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Nyx would not know unless Blake pointed out to her. But yeah, she's probably playing with her pets. Again, probably like, you know, maybe even like straight up like tussling with her dogs while the cat looks on in like, I cannot believe I let you adopt me kind of look.
I will. The wolves are very, especially now that they're kind of imprinting on you. They're very semi-dog-like. Big dogs, definitely wolfhound dogs, but they do have more in common with like a pet, particularly with you. But you also get the feeling that they would, in fact, rip a throat out if you asked them.
Good to know. Oh my god, I'm gonna have the dogs as backup. Yes.
The ocelot, on the other hand, does not seem to regard you like a cat would, or even a large cat. The ocelot seems to be regarding you like almost a person. Like there's that level, you know, everybody thinks my cat just thinks he's people. This is feeling like when it looks at you, you really feel that this cat is calculating, thinking, and acknowledges you. And is not acknowledging you as another cat, as is often the case with actual cats, but as what you are. And trying to figure out
people, like,
where she
talk
fits
to their
with you.
pets
Mhm.
frequently. Them like asymmetrical therapists. I feel like Nyx is gonna do that with this cat, and this cat's gonna have intelligent emotional responses somehow, and she's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I didn't know I was in therapy."
To be fair, she probably needs it.
That is true. That is true. All right.
True.
Let's move on to who? Whoa! Wrong screen. Okay, there we go. We will move on to Lunar.
I know a button push. Hello, hi, I am Lucid_Jester 3. I am playing Lunar, the resident netrunner who also slightly is a medtech. Lunar's doing the same thing. It's just info, figure it out, go through, just be all of the information, figure it all out, have it all, and then hold on to it until people are ready to hear it, and then give them little bits, slowly and carefully, because medtech.
It is the file that you have is massive. Actually, it's probably one of the largest files you've ever downloaded, because it pretty much has like a full history of the arc, minus give or take a few areas that got damaged during the last time. You're still working your way through it. You're still working your way through different bits of the security. You're being you got that kind of that ginger touch with it, because you don't want to push too hard, because there are elements of the code that will crash if you do. So,
Yeah, which is why Lunar went full off by themselves. Honestly, I don't think they said it. They didn't say anything to anyone. They just full on left to find somewhere to sit.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, and then finally, last of all, but by no means least, we got ourselves a sprocket in our bucket,
That's me.
holding her pickle.
Hello, hi. My name is Goth Gamer Goblin. You can call me Franny. I play Sprocket. I am the resident tech. I am a small goblin with a loud mouth that knows judo and likes to throw people into barrels of fire. I do a lot of my fighting with my handy dandy boomerangs, because why the fuck not? And at this point, right, they're just glad everybody lives. That being said, they have a lot of questions, because apparently the good doctor knew their shithead big brother named Malcolm, and a little more than well, actually a lot more a lot more than Sprocket knows him because they just found out that he even exists. So they would like more information, please, on who the fuck this man is and why he really cares what Sprocket does. Because clearly, right, he never cared enough to actually find out where I was when I was like being worked on through the pound or to be there while I was growing up. So why the fuck do you care now that I suddenly have a family? Found family, at least. Yeah, that's Sprocket. What up?
Poor Malcolm, he's so misunderstood. It's gonna turn out he was the good guy all along.
Bullshit. 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 No, I'm sorry.
It's like all of these NPCs are actually very good. It turns out you were the villains. There's a reason why the doctor is called the good doctor, not the bad doctor. Just saying. Anyway.
And they will have time to reflect on how good they might be as a sniper rifle mount passes through their brains at 1,200 feet per minute. Or per second.
Nice.
By all means, give it a shot. Okay, I mean, you had a chance to give it a shot earlier, and you wisely did not take it. I'll just say that. That would have definitely changed that whole scenario.
It was very close to being a different scenario.
That is true.
For sure.
I like how one of these cabs is apparently like being driven by a hellfire demon.
The one that's on fire?
Yes, the one that's got like a little flame like right above it.
Yep.
I'm driving here.
Oh, Hellraiser. Yeah,
I heard I'm thriving here.
I don't understand siblings who don't care enough to. Never mind. Oh, it's a whole thing. Anyway, but that's why Found Family is the best family, and it's also why TTRPGs are so great, because the underlying theme in almost every single TTRPG is found family, one way or the other. Usually dysfunctional, but still found. Okay.
Family isn't dysfunctional.
Yes. The people are. Anyway, so you guys get a phone call, and by that I mean like through your agent, right around when you entered this area. This is sort of like that stopping point between Fairview and going on to where the Pound is and where the Purple Paradise is and all of that. Let's see, who's going to get that call? Who would be most likely to get that call? Out of you... probably Nyx. No, yeah, Nyx.
Jeez. Alright, so I'm getting a call by the Pound.
You're getting a call. You don't know who it's from yet.
Okay. This would answer. Like, her ears would twitch as, like, she accepts the call.
Okay. You get... do you have the cryon things that puts the face and so on in your eyes or not? Basically, do you have visual or just audio?
Just audio.
Okay.
This is an audio girl.
You hear a voice that usually when you've heard this voice before, it tends to be a little teasy, a little sultry, very much in command of her situation and everything that she surveys, particularly her club. And you hear the mistress, the cat mistress of the Purple Paradise. Nyx, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've talked very much.
No.
How can I help you?
No, we haven't. I've honestly spent more time talking with the Monster Squad. So he's here. I'm wondering when you will all be here.
Who's he?
I'm trying to capitalize he as I say it in the best way possible.
Oh.
He-
BB?
Wait, what did you say?
BB?
Oh. Sure. Yeah. Look, he normally doesn't come here. Like, I've never seen him at, back when we were the Purple Kitty. Yeah, so he's given my staff the day off without consulting me, and he's waiting to chat with all of you. And he wanted me to let you know that he is there waiting to chat.
Decent. All right. We'll head on over. I'll wrangle the dogs.
Thank you. He has me tending bar, and I'm not very good at it.
We'll try and come relieve you of your duty. No promises that I won't stealing him away for his private room, though.
Whatever you know what, make him happy. And it clicks off. Oh, by the way, those of you who are dealing with a tornado, warning, do me a favor. Get a bag and create a bug out bag. You want some bottled water, charge for your phones, maybe like an extra change of clothing, a blanket, first aid kit if you've got it, a flashlight for sure. This is from someone who has survived the tornadoes of April 27, 2011. Look that up on Google. It's the first thing that pops up. It is not a fun time. Yeah.
If you can find these small things that are important to you, also grab those.
Yes. Maybe some cans
What
of
you
food.
lose doesn't always come back.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. And be ready to go to the shelter. And if they say go to the shelter, go to the shelter. Don't be one of those people. Just go and then come back. If it turns out being nothing, it was nothing. Great. And if it turns out to be something, it'll be something. All right. So go ahead, Nix. This is like your case to sort of inform. I'm going to assume like you stopped here to pause and sort of have like a little mini picnic or whatever to sort of discuss your next move. Yeah.
Gotcha. When Nyx gets off the phone call, she'd probably whistle to like everybody else around her. No. I can't whistle.
You can't whistle.
Saris can't whistle. Nyx could definitely whistle.
You just put your lips together and honk. Anyway.
I'm
There.
gonna say she's more talented with her mouth than I am.
Hello.
Nope.
Stop giving me those looks, sweetie. My girlfriend's judging me. What do you mean? I didn't put that there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're looking at it.
I wasn't. Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Wait, I heard anime titties. What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
the only thing we could hear from her was anime titties.
I know. In my side window, I have a Discord window up, and somebody posted something in a public chat that I did not know. Literally didn't see until she pointed out. Anyways,
Rias. Classic.
Nyx would whistle and be like, all right, nerds, we gotta go. Double time. Big Bad's waiting for us. She kind of like walks over to Seduce it and puts a hand on her shoulder. You okay?
yeah. I think I'm in a decent enough headspace. Not like last time. Just randomly killed a dude. I'm fine.
Nyx is just kind of gonna shake her head a little bit, and you feel like the her like finger just like squeeze your shoulder a little bit, and just like didn't randomly kill a guy, Sedusa. Anyways, the information's your reward, but I'm pretty sure a certain little moth of ours will take it if you can't handle it. Just think it over, okay? And like goes and gets in her spot and baby.
Does anybody else want to do anything? Does anyone want to make any preparations before you go? You know that Big Bad is waiting for you now. You know that he's waiting for you at the Purple Paradise.
I think Sedusa is probably going to do like some little deep breathing,
Mhm.
just for a second, just like off, just like stand off for a minute before she gets into baby, and just it's like, okay, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just sort of like do like some. All right, you have this. You're surrounded by people who care about you. Yeah, doing this with people who care about you is what will make all of the difference. It will not be like last time.
The readout on Mycroft is counting down as well as you count.
Okay, let's do this, boys. You get in the car.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm gonna have to come get Lunar.
Where's Lunar?
Lunar is not that far away. She's just working sort of like in her head. She's got her eyes are doing that thing when she's like actually in the computer, though I assume that you've turned off your wings so they can't see like what you're actually messing with.
If anything, they are fully wrapped around themselves and like, if anything, using their wings as a screen, but like very wrapped around them.
Cool. You find, I mean, you know, she's not hiding or anything. She's just away working on stuff.
All right, I'll grab Lunar.
Fun. I'm assuming that we haven't had the chance to like do any sort of installation of stuff yet, right? Like the grafted muscle and bone stuff that I got. I'm assuming we haven't had time to put that in.
It's gonna take surgery for sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I believe you wanted to mess with it, upgrade it, didn't you?
Reduce the humanity cost.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to upgrade it first, and that's gonna take a while. I mean,
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, Imagine Dragons did have like a little hospital setup. They could have done some installation for you there, but it would have taken more time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check.
No one's installing anything in Sprocket but Sedusa.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, that came
AO.
out weird.
That's very AO.
Sorry.
Phrasing.
No, what I mean. You know what I mean.
Weird.
What sword are you using
If
for
anyone
that?
else, it would have been weird.
Okay.
It seems pretty normal.
Hellraiser just asked a question. This right here is Tailspire. Tailspire allows you to basically create three-dimensional maps for your characters to play around in. And yeah, you can create just so like, this was all created by me utilizing their assets. And I think this took me like maybe a half hour to put together once I got used to the program. And everyone who you see right here is using a miniature that was created in Hero Forge. Because one of the cool things about Hero Forge, you can buy the digital character that you make, which either costs 1 credit or I think it's like $7. And then you can bring it right over into Tailspire. So you can make your own miniatures and play with them. Yes, Tailspire, that's exactly it. I don't know. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do, just so that everybody here who knows, since we're going to be start doing this whole share the chat thing, next time we run this for the Geek Squad, I will roll a raffle because I actually have a couple of free codes for Tailspire that I can hand out to a couple of people. So we'll do a raffle or something. We'll figure out some way to do it that's fair.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but also, you know, it does put some prep time in there. Okay.
For sure.
Anybody at Whiteout, are you doing anything special? I will say, of them all, like, well, the only person here who's met Big Bad, like actually met, is Sedusa and Lunar. You've heard of Big Bad for sure, like, and you know that even Mama Cola has a lot of respect in the same way that you would respect a large animal that just like came in, crapped on your floor, and is now looking at you, daring you to do something about it.
When you
while
say
we're
respect,
doing this transition, I'm just gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. Oh, piss streaming. Go ahead.
I'm just like in one of the seats, wrapping duct tape around the turtle shell parts of the RPG.
Okay. Are you're trying to blind it so it doesn't look like a turtle a turtle shell RPG?
Yes, I'm redecorating so I don't have to look at more turtle.
Okay. Well, later on we'll do a little craft roll and see how well you did.
Oh no!
All right.
It's rolling duct tape.
We can hear you frying
scared.
bacon. Oh, come on, fat guy.
Well, it reminds me that I have a technical question, but for later.
What is your technical question since we're waiting on the bacon to stop be frying?
So I got armor, right? The reactive electric touch armor.
Mm-hmm.
That has a SP of 7. Does that stack with my
No.
body, or does it go on top of it?
It does not stack at all. You basically you're going to take the highest. And as
Gotcha.
so from an armor standpoint, it is not going to protect you anymore, but it does have the electro thing, so that's useful. Or if you're like, say, you took a lot of damage to your body, then you'd have like another suit of armor that you could put on later, but you can't like double up layers. Does that make sense?
It's
Sounds
winter and
good.
it's really chilly outside.
All right. Well, while we're waiting on Fran, we are going to slip over to the
I
next.
literally just sat down.
Oh, there you go. Making bacon pancakes. Anyway, bacon pancakes. I'm going to switch the screen. You people will be able to see it before the players will. We will go to the purple or kitty. Actually, no, this is the new one. Where's the new one? Down to Vermin.
Hold on, I'll look up how to do the thing so you can have my world.
Gotcha. All right. Just so you know, that image is happening in real time. All right. So, go over here. Create board, atmosphere settings, and if you pick up Tailspire, you'll be much better at it than I am. I mean, I'm just king of bunny scruff. Summon players to board.
Did you say scruff or scuff?
You know.
I said scruff, and I'm okay with having said it. I'm so scuffy, I even scuffed scruff.
I was gonna say, how did you scuff the word scuff?
Because I'm looking
It's
at
like
I'm looking at
onomatopoeia.
I'm looking at a dog, okay? And that makes me think of the crime dog.
Aw, McGruff.
McGruff, exactly.
A point out of crime.
Yes, let's go ahead and get your figures out here. Start with Lunar. Bloop, just drop you on the ground. Lupa. Boop, drop you on the ground. Nyx. Boop, drop you on the ground. Yes, let's turn on your torch as
You
well.
will set me on the ground.
Nope, I dropped you.
Drop.
Too late. You gotta establish your dominance
big
before
drop.
I'll accept it. There's Sprocket. Let's see. And white.
None of us are facing the inside.
I know, it's amazing. Alright, turn yourselves around and look at
Whiteout
what you
was
see.
straight up landed on Lupa.
And that is what you see. You see Big Bad standing up on one of the stages where usually there would be a dancing feline of very little clothing. You see some more of the bad boys. They are all wearing armor that is very reminiscent of the good boy armor, which is the armor. The good boys are of course, the enforcers of the pound. You see several of those dogs that all turn to look at you when you come in.
Love that.
Except it's digital. It's
Well designed.
more. It's kind of interesting. You've been dealing with real dogs. It's like, oh wait, I forgot these robot things exist.
That's true.
And in the back, kind of like, sort of tilting to the side so that you can see her past Big Bad, is the Lady of the Purple Palace, whose name I forget. Thankfully, wait, I think I actually have it. Yes, Lady Tabitha. Lady Tabitha, yes. That's her name. And yeah, he's standing there picking his teeth with what looks to be some sort of tactical knife. He smiles at all of you as you walk in.
Lupa just looks around and is like, "You want to get your mutts off the furniture?"
Hey, don't be so serious. This is a wake. Time to come in and celebrate the passing. We got drinks for everybody. Got some food. And if this thing turns bad, obviously we got bullets, but I really don't want to pull those out.
And you're going to be paying for the drinks and the food, right?
They'll certainly be free. He smiles again.
I'd like to walk in and get directly in front of him immediately.
Okay, go for it. He watches you like...
I can't.
This-
I can't not let that happen alone.
Okay, well, yeah, so Sedusa starts making a move. What are people doing?
I immediately with
No.
Sedusa.
Okay.
Right in front of him. I want to be right in front of him, looking up to him, not on the stage, but like just immediately right in front of him.
I was with her last.
It's okay, so Sedusa goes to walk up, which he wasn't going to do anything about. It's like, everything's fine. But then all of you start sort of like clamoring to make sure that Sedusa's protected. And because of that, all of the dudes behind him, like, reach for weapons, and they don't pull them on you, but they all have that look of, we're not here to start any crap, but if crap does get started, we brought the toilet paper kind of look.
Easy, fellas.
Yeah.
We like to protect our squishies here.
Yeah, Lupa just takes a seat right there at the edge of the stage.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Nope. Back here.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're going to... Okay, on the stage itself. Gotcha. Okay. He looks at you as you walk up, Sedusa. Tilts his head. I gotta admit, I didn't think you'd pull it off. Actually, you know what? Let me do something real quick, because this is not proper for him. Because he is... No, that's too big. Is there not a smaller one?
No
That's
such
fucking
thing.
huge.
He's not that huge. Well, depends on what you're asking. Okay, I guess that they only have two choices, and the other choice is Godzilla. So, though, if we wanted to do full Godzilla, just to let you know something that they added recently.
Oh,
Good
damn.
Lord.
Oh, you can
Yes.
see his toes.
Yes, he's truly
I
big
used-
bad.
I used pewter on the toes and I matched it with the robot dog, and I didn't think anyone would ever notice that detail, and now we all get to see it.
Yeah, he's got cute toes.
It's got cute toes.
Oh my god.
They're little
That's
nubbins.
wild.
Oh my god, show feet. Okay, anyway. This is supposed to be a tense moment. Though he does not, like, everyone else behind him is tense. He doesn't seem to have tensed up at all. He's very relaxed. And neither is his dog. His dog, he's got a wolf by him. Two things you notice. One, it doesn't have the red eyes. And two, it seems like it's been through a lot and repaired several times over. The term junkyard dog does definitely, like, pop into your head.
My immediate thought is that he likes to take his stress out on this dog.
What?
I-
My thought is, oh wow, he's
I
repaired
did
this
not
one a
need
lot.
that thought.
Sorry, I
mean,
don't have a very
not-
high opinion of him.
Okay. Yeah, everybody has their own opinion. That's fine. But yeah, I honestly, I didn't think I'd see you again.
She looks up at him, just as serious and somber as she can. She says, "I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for Benjamin."
He pauses for a moment, tilts his head the way dogs kind of do when they're trying to, like when you're saying something that they're trying to comprehend. And then he looks down at his dog, and then he looks back up at you. Benjamin is still alive. But that big ugly is gone. I want to give you the sympathy that I'm sure that you're hoping to find. But you have to understand, from my perspective, his existence was painful to me. And getting worse.
She holds up a hand and is just like, completely understand. Actually, turns out, like you said before, we have a lot in common. And then like the eyes to kind of like just sort of splay around me a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know how much to tell you before. And now you've kind of earned, 20 questions, I guess. That seems fair, right? Of course, your friend over there, who I'm sure just has like a massive file that she just is itching to break into. She'll be able to make sure that I'm on the up and up. But first things first, we're still in that little Mexican standoff kind of thing, and I want to get to the nachos and beer. So, we all good? Are you mad at me?
Oh, Seduce a big smile and it's like, as you say, this is a wake. Let's have a little bit of enjoyment. You mind if I spread that 20 questions to everybody?
Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Perfect. Then just turn to everybody else and like, so, what are we drinking?
Yeah, he turns around. All right, boys. It looks like it's a party after all. This guy has that look of, like, he turns around and he's drinking, but you get that feeling that he is still very much, like, ready if something happens. These two guys are like, yeah! And, like, head over to this area, and there's, like, a hologram of a dancer that pops up. And, they pop off their helmets to the side.
I cannot help but be antagonistic, Bun.
What?
I please go to the bar next to that guy who's still got a little bit of an itchy finger.
Absolutely.
I'd like to go behind the bar, and give Miss Tabitha like a little like friendly pat on the shoulder, and then be like, "All right, Holmes, pull up some recipes. Watson, let's get to shaking some cocktails."
Okay, go for it.
Just have my eyes just start helping me put together drinks for everybody.
Oi, stick your fingers out of the fridge. You want food, you talk to Miss Tabitha. Otherwise, take a seat.
She turns around and looks at you, and then looks at Big Bad, and Big Bad gives little nods. Fine. Sticky fingers. All right, yeah, put yourselves wherever it is that you're going to be. As far as this is concerned, you got this area where the drinks and the food's going to happen. You got this area where there is a, like I said, some holographic dancers popping up.
Nyx is 100% drinking next to this guy, and since he's so twitchy, she's just going to be constantly rubbing her tail over the handle of her knife that she keeps on her back.
Just to bother him.
Yes!
So Nyx. It's purely a show of dominance. She's like, I understand you're uncomfortable, and I'm going to keep you uncomfortable until I have decided you have a reason not to be.
Franny gets it.
Yeah,
Lovely.
he definitely like he clocks it and kind of recognizes what's going on, and there's a certain amount of and he starts hitting the shots.
We going shot for shot?
I'm set up for him. Wouldn't be fair.
Aw, don't count me out that quick.
All right. Okay, let's go to each person and we'll see what you're doing and where you're going. We'll start out with Whiteout since you are sort of like the newcomer. Everything in this club is available to you. You can come up here and set some music if you want. There's dancing. There's machines. You could watch TV, movies. You could come over here and watch these holograms. By the way, these holograms are based on dancers that work here. It's just like recorded performances. Hell, you could go to the bathroom if you wanted to. Or to the lovely little spa, which currently looks like a pool of death. You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's all venom.
A void.
Welcome to Venom.
The void.
So, what are you going to do, Whiteout?
At least for now, I'm kind of just sitting back and watching over.
Okay. You are
Kind of the odd one out, as far as I'm aware, because I assume they all have something to do with this person. And I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Okay. Then we will go to Lupa.
Oh, I'm just sitting there at the edge of the stage, keeping close at hand, just fiddling around with my weapons, acting nonchalantly.
Okay. I will say Big Bad is like right in front of you, and kind
I'm
of
aware.
like facing Sedusa. He doesn't seem to like you know he clocks you, but he does not seem perturbed in the least. All right.
There's a reason I perched up behind him.
Okay. Lunar, what you doing?
Lunar is pretty much is gonna stay next to Big Bad because as he answers questions, they are going to go through the information they have and sit and verify. And if something doesn't match up, they're gonna ask. Or if they're noticing that people are asking questions that could turn them catatonic, they're gonna stop them and have Big Bad give them the answers so that they can give the answers slowly and in a way that won't cause them to, go insane.
Let's see. Can I do this?
You know, you have one bad episode.
And suddenly
Okay,
everybody
but there's
is.
also another person who wants a bunch of answers.
There we go.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
Sprocket looks around like they're totally not being talked about.
By the way, Bun.
Yes.
Sedusa and I have suppressed whiplash. Was that taken care of during our time with Mama Hog?
Yes. Like I said, everything, you are all cured. Everyone is 100% for this. So I'll let you know if this had become a fight for whatever reason, you would have been, ready to go for it.
Okay.
Because, I didn't plan for this to be a fight, but if a fight's going to happen, like I said, they brought the toilet paper. All right. Here we go. For those of you who are curious, that is a quote that a friend of mine used to make when it came to TTRPGs, who is no longer with us. So it's kind of important to me. Let's move this back a little bit, making sure everyone can sit properly. That's right, I'm playing with my dollhouse. What?
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh yes, no. Hellraiser is 100. Big Bad is 100%. Yes. If that is what you are into, he is all about what you are into. Trust me. And he pitches and catches for all teams. Anyway, going back, a little bit of lore dump. So that was Lunar. What? Nyx, you're trying to drink this guy under the table. Sedusa, you
At
are
the same
helping.
time, she's definitely listening to Big Bad.
Yeah, gotcha. And Sprocket, what are you doing?
Other than if you're taking notes, Sprocket is very specifically staying within earshot of Big Bad because they have questions, but also sort of keeping an eye on these 3 cronies and a dog over here in the corner, just in case. Because as much as this has the potential to be very enlightening for everybody, it also has just as much potential as going poorly. And they would much rather their found family not get murdered because of some egotistical giant werewolf.
I see.
So yeah, they're trying to wait their turn for questions, because you know everybody has their questions. They're trying to wait their turn, even though their brain is going, I need to know about Malcolm. Alex, than it was supposed to. Anyways,
Malcolm, exterminate Malcolm!
Literally. But
And the doctor! Anyway.
You really sounded so much like it because of Discord, holy shit. But no, so they're trying really hard to wait their turn before asking their questions and stuff like that, while also trying to be in the correct distance from either side of enemies for their boomerang.
Gotcha.
To be optimal.
Gotcha. All right. Nix, go ahead and roll me a resist torture drugs. Just to see how well you handle your alcohol.
They must have a bonus. They're Irish. Sorry. That sounded terrible, but they've made a point of this.
This is true.
What'd you
Let's
get?
see. That is going to be a 14.
14. You're actually like you both kind of go shot for shot, and I assume you're drinking what he's drinking.
What is he drinking? Unless he's drinking something gross.
He's not. He is. He's a bourbon man.
See, this is why I asked. Gross is different for different people.
Okay.
Bourbon is like the one thing that Saris will not drink.
Well, I tell you what. That's why you got a 14, because you were just kind of like used to drinking the same thing, because that was the whole set it up.
Yep.
And
Yep.
you realize once it hit your throat that this is bourbon.
Oh, great. So Nyx is growling more than she typically does.
Like, very quickly, Sedusa starts mixing up like little shots that are, what, fruitier? Is that what you're into? What are we here for? You want a little ice cream? Tiny little floats?
You ask Nyx, or like, you're just gonna try and infer?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that Seduce is probably the best at making things that are either really girly and fruity, or probably root beer floats. So, like, the eyes will help her make other stuff, but I get the sensation that she's very much this is gonna be a fun little bachelorette drinking session. Penis straws and the like, but also, like, a bunch of, like, slices of orange and whatever.
You pass her something fruity, she's gonna growl at you.
That's what I'm saying. She's trying to make something that you'll drink.
I will tell you this: whatever it is that you like, Nyx, Lady Tabitha puts it in front of you.
Gin.
In? Oh, but it
Gin.
tastes like cat piss.
She's a cat.
I'm trying
Sorry,
to
that's
sort
the
out
one
the
thing I
logic
wish
of
I
that,
could do.
but sure.
Is
Okay.
the ammonia in it? Okay, I'm gonna
I
shut up.
put the fruity drink in front of Big Bad for sure.
Oh,
Great
hell
big
yes.
smile on my face.
You know what? He drinks it. He doesn't have a problem with it. He tosses it down, and he kind of turns around and leans against the bar. It's like, all right, who's first?
Fun.
I can look at my messages, but will I? May I look at my message? No, I'm sorry. God, I'm terrible.
I think Sedusa puts together a little, like, root beer float, but it's not root beer. It's whatever. It's like a rainbow like soda, and puts that in front of Lunar, and then it's just like, well, I guess first things first is I have something that I asked you for. I think though it would probably go a little bit faster, sort of cross-referencing, if you gave it to my friend Lunar here, who has a very large document full of information, and that saves me from randomly reading some words that might make me go a little woo.
One second. He turns to you, and then he puts two of his fingers into his maw, and he does the the little whistle thing, which I can't do. I can whistle, but I can't do that high pitch. And when he does it, all of the boys turn around, even as far away as they are, even though you know that this bar is designed so that it has noise suppression in different areas, so that each room can each area can be its own thing. They immediately turn around, and he tilts his head this way, toward the door here. And they all fall out. All, go that way. They don't ask. They don't go, oh man, or anything like that. They just immediately do as he says.
Hold on, what exactly did you ask that he kicked them all out for? Holy shit. I mute for 2 seconds to talk to chat, and this is why I should just not ever deafen. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Oh, what Sadhu said originally, the whole reason she did the whole thing, the reason she did the whole thing was because everybody walked into a big bad wolf-themed trap we didn't realize was there. She was trying to find a list of not large hospitals, but small clinics that are in Night City. She just wants a list of the names and maybe their primary doctor, and if they're still running or functioning and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something big that I needed to write down. That's in previous notes. Okay, cool. Sorry.
See, what is he gonna pull up? The guy you were drinking with, Nix, looks at you and says, some other time. And then he heads up to the DJ thing and just starts playing some music. And seems to be really just everybody has left Big Bad. It's just Big Bad and his dog. All right.
Before the guy leaves, he plays "Girl, Put Your Records On."
Okay, so you want some
It's 100% Cotton Eye Joe.
You want some information about Night City, and yeah, what you asked for. That's up to date info. I can give that to you. That's no problem. It's not something that you can check on. He looks at Lunar, but yeah, I'm not even going to count that as one of your 20 questions. So Lunar, you do get a up to date. Oh, someone's pitting the button. You get a up to date list of the hospitals that are functioning in Night City. There are two major hospitals that still function. Something like you don't know anything about Night City really. You haven't been there, but apparently the city has had some sort of massive calamity, and only two of the bigger hospitals is up and running. Though there are a few corporations that have their own med areas and spotted clinics all around. It looks like the hospital that Sedusa is most interested in is running in Japantown, which is apparently what's listed as a combat zone. But it is one of the few. It is one of the few still functioning clinics. Apparently, it was defended when things all went to hell. Whatever it is those things are.
Keanu Reeves.
All right, somebody else decide on your question real quick. I will be right back in 1 second. I gotta get something.
I guess Sedusa looks over at Lunar and if Lunar will just like give her like a nod of some sort of, and then she's like, okay, well, take this information a little bit slower. That was my primary concern. Puts out another fruity drink for Big Bad and looks to everyone else like, I have some more, I suppose, but if anyone else has something pressing, I'm free to give the floor to anyone. It's just food for thought. It's still open? It's still running?
Lunar will nod.
Oh.
And I'm back with the squeaky chair. Woo! Okay.
Nyx is gonna look at you, Sedusa. Any questions? I want 3. But I'll wait.
All right, who's next? What you want? It's kind of fun for me. I know at so many secrets, and I rarely get to share them. Oh, the Onyx Crobus. Thank you for the follow. Corvus? I'm probably saying that wrong. The Raven thing, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. But he just looks around to all of you.
I think that Sprocket at this point would probably would ask, since you knew Benjamin, you knew Big Ugly from Park. You know a certain project/scientist by the name of Malcolm?
He chuckles. Okay, first of all, again, this is a freebie. I need you all to understand this. I'm Benjamin.
Oh.
I think.
But he said...
Yes. Sedusa like looks over and sort of nods like, it's...
Complicated.
And I this is kind of strange, but the Ark made a bunch of us, and I say us, who are split into different people, and she indicates sort of Big Bad. In some cases, same person, different parts of the personality or different sensations, but all still connected. And then there's some people that they split or added together, and then she indicates her eyes, that are not really sure if we were ever one person or multiples, but it's a process of isolating certain aspects. In my case, isolating certain like intelligent factors, indicates Holmes, and medical knowledge, indicates Watson, things like that. So this is Benjamin, but I was right in also mourning the loss of Benjamin. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Not a bit, but let's go with it.
Big Bad looks up at you, but look. Some of us were split into different receptacles, and some of us had new personalities inserted. And then all of us have a minor personality inserted. That's the one that's up here. And he taps his head. I'm going to count that as a question. That'll be 19. So what do you want specifically?
Malcolm.
Yeah, that asshole. What about him?
He has been claiming that he is my brother, but I don't know him. I grew up in the junkyard, as far as my memory, and do not know him at all. So, some of the things he has said have rung true and brought back certain memories.
Alright, this is what I can tell you. I don't know you from Adam. But I have had a couple of conversations with Malcolm in the past. He did mention a sibling. And it was one of the reasons why he was always so pissed. Is that you?
Rocket just
Could be. As far as he's... the sibling he mentioned was taken from him.
okay.
But if you really want to know more about Malcolm, you're going to have to go to the other lab. That'd be the burrow. He looks at Lunar.
Okay.
You know what? I'll toss in another freebie. So the 3 labs, we got the Ark, we got the Burrow, we got the Chrysalis.
A, B, C.
Mm-hmm. Guess which one's first?
I'm guessing the Ark.
Yep.
Did you come from the Ark?
I worked there, yeah. I was a security guard. Well, security and consultation.
Flash test stuff.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much anything that walks in the Ark is going to become a subject, especially once a certain doctor got hired on.
The obvious stuff.
All right. That's about 18 now. What's next?
What do you know about the 3rd floor of the Ark? I can't remember what
Chrysalis?
floor it was. No, the 3rd floor of the Ark. Was it the 3rd floor?
Yeah, there's a 3rd floor.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is where you're starting to creep in on areas that I don't have full knowledge of again. They never let me on the 3rd floor. I got an idea of what was there. And my hope is that you blew it up.
Sort of.
So you came across a bunch of...
Literally laughing as she's buzzed.
Okay. So you know there's a bunch of animals, right? A bunch of cyber animals. Right? Most of them
Yeah.
most of them aren't like, me or Big Bad. One of the experiments was specifically about whether or not an AI could survive fully implanted into an animal. That's kind of what would eventually lead to the Big Bad situation.
We might have the doctor say, at least. When it looks very nonchalant, like, okay, well,
See, this is the problem. None of you have been to Night City. None of you know anything. You don't know how bad it is when I say AI. And I'm not I'm talking full AI. Ghost in the Shell shit.
Ghost in the what now?
The shell. It's a
Like a fully constructed entity, not born or anything, but with its own sentience.
yeah.
That's what was on the 3rd floor?
Well, several of them, I think, supposedly implanted into animals.
What floor was I on?
The other floors were just working on different things. It didn't start out that way. Ark didn't start out doing any of this shit. Originally, Ark was just a place where they were bringing back animals that had, gone extinct. That's why it was called the Ark. Nothing nefarious about it. Well, I guess it depends on how you feel about animals being reintroduced to the wild. Then they hired someone, and he had some interesting ideas, and he got a little following, and that brought other people, and he started experimenting. And then the war happened, and everything went to hell. Oh, but you wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, no, we got nothing. Our memories.
All right, you're at 17. Who's next?
Oh, piss it, why not? Where's Villa Lobos?
Where's what?
Never mind if you don't know the name.
Okay, out of character. What specifically are you referring to?
Lupa's old nomad family.
Oh. Yeah, he definitely, he totally blanks. I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're asking about your past, you're going to need to hit up the chrysalis for that shit. Or, pay for it. So still at 17.
What? Was Rockland Augmentations involved in the Ark, that lab at all?
Rockland Augmentations?
I know they just do cybernetics, but they don't. And she like grabs her head a little bit. It's like, I just have this vague. Just that name. I see it in a sign. Whenever I close my eyes, and then I see some people, and I feel like there's a connection there. And the only information I ever got was that it's a cybernetics place. And I just remember that there being a party. That's not important. What's important is, were they involved in these labs at all?
Sweetheart.
Biotechnic, Militech, them. I guess all of them.
Are you asking what corporation is involved in this? I'll
Yes.
tell you right now. Rockland probably has something to do with your past. I mean, yeah, they probably supplied a couple of things, but like they don't have any active hand in this.
Reassuring at least.
You did mention a name though that does have something to do with this. And again, if any of you knew anything about Night City, you would have guessed it the moment you came across the fucking Eden around Ark. There's only one company that really has like the lock on creating new life.
Oh, you're giving Raiders.
Hey, Raiders! Raven's Hammer! Here, let me give you a shout out real quick, and then we're gonna get back to the game because this, like, people are learning information. See what you were doing beforehand. Unrecord. Oh God.
Bun.
1 second. Here we go. We got the shout out. Is that a shout? That's not a shout out. Jesus, I suck at this. I'm really good at running games though. Maybe.
Get it.
I don't know. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is it a slash or an exclamation? Somebody shout this person. Someone shout out Raven's Hammer.
I got it. It's just SO! Exclamation point SO!
SO. Okay, there you go.
Well, if you have it set up for Twitch itself, it's / shout out.
Or that.
Slash
I always use that command.
shout out.
Well, we also use Stream Elements. Bun doesn't.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
There we go. You got shouted and outed. You've been outed and shouted. Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you enjoy yourselves. We are in the middle of the season finale for the Geek Squad. Cyberpunk Red, A Pound of Flesh and Steel. I hope whatever game it was that you played, because it didn't tell me, was fantastic and you had a whole lot of fun. And if you're hungry and you need to jet, go right ahead and tend to yourself. And if you just want to hang out and watch these people learn all kinds of terrible things, you've been out since 1978. Oh my God.
Raven was doing some TTRPG stuff, Bun.
Oh, very cool. What TTRPG? What were you playing? Cyberpunk Red? Well, there you go. Or was it Red or is it 2020? You know what? I'm spending way too much time on this. I should be getting back to my game.
Biotech, correct?
Yes. Oh, you were in that game, Control. Culture nerd.
Give
Awesome.
me 2 seconds. Thank you for those biddies. There's liquid.
Okay. I will get back to my game. Not that brave to play oh my god, yes, I remember 2020. Yeah. It is. It's a lot. Okay, so here we go. It's Biotechnica. They're the ones who bring back animals and shit. But the thing to remember about corporations, they're not like one entity, one guy, whatever. They're like octopuses or some shit. They have tendrils of different groups, and they'll have like, their black teams and people working on projects that other people don't even know about. And the Ark didn't start out as one, but once the good doctor got involved, it became one. So, on the one hand, yes, you have Biotechnica to thank for this lovely area. On the other hand, they probably would not even know what you're talking about. But any more information, you're going to have to go to the Chrysalis for that. All right, that's 16.
Hey, Bon, real quick.
Yes.
Would it be too much of a stretch to say that Lupa has been to Night City, at least on the outskirts, doing a job?
You mean like in the past?
Yeah.
I will allow you to roll a concentration check to see if you can flare up a memory, though do understand that it does come with the risk of possible humanity loss. As you force a memory.
I've never done this before. I've never done this before, so here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. 9.
Okay, roll resist torture drugs without any benefit of,
I have no benefit.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's not bad. 13.
13. So the good news is you do have like a little bit of a flash of your past life. You have a flash of being with your crew, of delivering product, and actually being told about a off-site that was several hours away, several hours outside of Night City. It's actually in a totally different, like, Night City is its own little area, but it was like probably around where what would be for us Washington State, give or take. And yeah, it was some package that you were delivering. You don't know what the package was, though. You manage not to like have a total meltdown, but yeah, 1 second. Just gonna half this. Oh, you drop 1 humanity as that vision just rips through your brain and asserts itself, trying to connect to synapses that have long since been modified.
Lupa just groans and holds their head.
Oh, Sedusa is around the bar like a shot, immediately. And it's like starts looking into your eyes. Watson comes around and just like pulls up some data and it's like, how many fingers?
Roll for roll paramedics real quick.
Oh, hey. Didn't even know if I was going to be able to roll at all today. Paramedics.
Oh.
What'd I get? Oh, for the love of fucking
so
God.
Sorry.
Well, that's a 10.
I mean, all it really means is that you're not able to really help. You see in them, and Watson is basically telling you that is similar to one of your flashbacks happening. But as far as what to do about it, you don't know. This is beyond anything you've ever been trained for. The mystery of how all of your memories was taken is still you still don't understand the process by any means.
Can't do anything medical, but what I do is that thing that is instantaneous, like, your friend's not feeling well and there's nothing you could do, just start rubbing little circles on their back. It's like, it'll be okay, you're fine.
Okay.
Been to Night City before. Is
Well,
all.
Probably all of you have. Most of the pounds, most of the pounds customers have been from there.
I'm not from there. I'm from the wasteland. I've just been there before.
Oh yeah, you're a nomad, right?
Yeah.
How you doing without a family?
What are you talking about? My family's right here.
Huh? Respect. You're at 16, boys and girls. Hey. And he does turn around. Hey, baby, can I get a burger or a hot dog or, you know, whatever you got back there that's got meat? Thanks. Tabitha gives that little look of, I don't work here, I own here, but she goes to do it anyway.
She can fly.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it
look.
looks pretty fly.
Yes.
I think Sprocket would make one of their next questions. Since you were a security guard for the labs, do you know where the other labs are? And, like, what kind of security they have?
Yeah. I'll tell you right now. Burrows, the Burrow, that's Malcolm's territory. You guys hit Fairview, right? I think I heard something about that. Did you guys really take down Trevor? Were you the guys that took down Trevor?
Yep, that was us.
Yeah, I thought so. That's one of the reasons why I tagged you. Yeah, so, the Burrows is the original processing area. That's where, once the war started, they decided to try out some tricks to see how they could manage dealing with large amounts of radiation and living after the fallout.
That's how we get individuals like Trevor.
Well, Trevor was there specifically because, I mean, he's designed to clean up after a nuclear, or he was designed. He just stayed there too long and started eating people. Beyond that, that's where you get the vermin from. Most of the vermin don't know that, though. They don't know where they came from. They just happy to be scuttering around doing their little things. I will tell you this. We'll tell you this. You take a few of them over to Fairview, they're going to have a breakdown. If they remember that place at all.
They used to be human?
Did I not make that? Has that not been abundantly clear? Yes. Every
I thought
verb.
they were grown. I
No.
thought they were like human-animal hybrids. I did not know they were original.
No. See, all right, look. This is one of your questions. Look. So, before Militech and Arasaka decided to throw down, these companies wanted to play with some of their new toys, some of their big toys, you know, but they needed a place to do it, kind of in secret, you know, a place that nobody really cared about. So they approached this area, and, well, not just Fairview, like this whole area. I mean, the whole place is radiated. So, you know, the people thought, hey, well, like, you know, the good doctor and so on, thought this might be a good time to do some experiments on making people be able to handle post-Fallout lifestyle. So they offered processing. And the people went there and they got their processing, and sure enough, it worked like a charm. Bombs dropped, radiation's all over the place, vermin thriving. Honestly, it was during that process that they figured out the thing that does that to your brain, where you forget everything and, you know, can handle all the cybernetic weight that you're all hefting. It's all connected. That's 15. Anything else?
What about the chrysalis?
She comes back and he turns around. Thank you, sweetheart. Takes a hot dog. Well, chrysalis is where they do the actual processing for you guys. That's where you get your cybernetics and where they take your memories and shit. See, chrysalis, like, cocoon. You go in, a broke ass street thug, and you come out a bear. Yeah, that's what that place is.
But you're still a broke ass bear after it.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, the first experiments that they did before they started hitting like Fairview and all that stuff was at the jail. Oh, excuse me, the Pound was at the jail. They experimented on the prisoners first, and then some mucky mucks got wind of that and started complaining, like, why are you helping out these prisoners and giving them this free, I guess they called it healthcare, and not doing anything for our people? And they were like, oh, sure, absolutely, we're happy to sign you up. And then came the buses and homecoming. $14. Actually, no, that's 13. That's some big ticket stuff.
And I wish Blair was here. She'd talk your ear off.
Well, I mean, I'll just set out the timeline basically for you. It starts out very simple. Biotechnica sets up a place called the Ark. Nice little area of still decent forest. Start making animals. Everything's fine. They bring in a doctor in. He starts going, we could do some fun experiments. They start doing some fun experiments. Things get a little wild. And then the war starts. And then the burrow is created. And the vermin are created. And then, utilizing everything that they learned from the Ark and from the burrow, the chrysalis is created. Next thing you know, they're able to lock in a bunch of you guys who are absolutely desperate to live out your furry fantasies. And debtor's jail. Get as much out of you as they possibly can.
Him.
What?
Lunar, as soon as he said furry fantasies, Lunar just straight up looks over at him, looks him up and down, and then goes back to, going through information.
He does not, he gives a little wink when you do that.
And then there was an eye roll, and they go back to information.
Blue Iron Shark, yeah, everyone in the Pound is what's known as an exotic. Everyone is they're wolf morphs and werewolves and vampires and cat girls and all sorts of things. That's what the Pound makes. Biotechnica has a... Yeah, you're a bug. Biotechnica has a very fancy version called the Zoo, which is like a 30-day spa, and you go there and you get transformed and you get to live out your fantasies and just luxury. And because of the luxury, because of the month-long spa treatment, you don't end up, you lose the least amount of humanity as you can. You come out at what would be your base humanity for the cybernetics that you have. The Pound is for people who don't have any money. People who don't have the cash or the flash to be able to afford someplace like the Zoo. And what they do is they do basically the same thing, except they have their own process, and in their process, they steal your... Well, they don't steal. Your memories end up going... and they install a special internal agent inside of your head, and then they tell you what your debt is, and you work it off. You work off your debt, you work off what you owe them, and supposedly you're free to go. So, we're at 14.
It just spun around when he was like, you live out your furry fantasies. And it's just like, and let him finish talking first. And it's like, I didn't ask for this. I'm positive now. I used to think maybe I did and I didn't remember, but I'm positive I didn't ask for any of this. So what is my excuse?
Look,
Do you know anything about that?
this is what I know about that. For the most part, most of the people who are here asked for it. And those who didn't ask for it, somebody asked for it on their part. I happen to know that a certain high-ranking corporate individual who had some axe to grind with you put you into the program. Beyond that, I don't know. I also know that... I don't know, but I do know this. I do know that, and he points up to your tendrils, was not part of what you were supposed to be. It was more about that, and he points to all them curves.
So someone put me in here to turn me into a... And then I just sort of indicate the curves to be that. But I don't know, I just happen to have the right whatevers for these?
Yeah.
Point to the eyes.
Yeah.
Both hot.
That's 13. But yeah, 100%. And honestly, I will tell you this. Out of all the stuff, and this is 12, out of all of the experiments that they did, from the Ark to the Burrow to the Chrysalis, that's one of their most successful scheme setups.
Okay, here's gonna make number 11. If I'm such a successful experiment, and just incredibly exasperated, just like flailing arms and the eyes are just going a little bit wild. It's like, if I'm so successful, what am I doing here?
What do you mean, what are you doing here?
Why was I put in the junk? If apparently I'm supposed to... If I was supposed to be someone's grand experiment, even if originally I was supposed to be put here, I suppose, thanks to someone's grudge, then why was I put here after the experiment was a success?
Because you're a good med tech, and money can be made off of your work. And the more you succeed in the field, the more they stress test their experiment, and then the more it happens again.
I'm gonna go over to the bar to where that guy, if he left any of his little shots of whatever the hell he was drinking, and if however many there are, I'm gonna knock them all back immediately.
Okay. Roll a quick resist torture drugs.
Oh, I'm not resisting.
I get you, but roll it anyway. Let's see how not resisting you are. As this burns down your throat. Oh yeah.
Resisting.
Yeah, you're
His
too
stomach of steel.
You're too mad to be affected at the moment. Like, you might have a hangover later, but right now you're just like too heated. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I know it's not your fault or anything. You're not who I need to be mad at. It's just always so much information. I swear, since I opened my eyes in that chair, and I mean that in the most literal sense possible, all of these new eyes, nothing has made any sense except, and then I look around at everyone else like, except these people around me. They're the only things that make any amount of sense. They're the only things good that have happened so far.
Then
They care
Well-
about that. They don't care about how you feel about it. The only thing they care about is lining their pockets and inspiring other people to take the path that was on you.
look, Sedusa, if you opened your eyes and you found yourself in a pack that you feel comfortable in, you're honestly one of the lucky ones. There's a reason why these packs don't get to go to Night City right away. Most of them tear each other apart. And sometimes I tear them apart, but that's a different thing. Yes, in case you're wondering, I did stress test your other group. But hey, you all passed, and look at you now. You've literally found out more about what's going on in the pound than just about anybody I know who isn't behind the scenes. Hell, you probably know more than Velma does at this point. Yes,
Oh, Velma.
these are Hero Forge models in Tabletop Simulator, 100%.
Wait. You're telling me that Velma, a corpo person, part of the pound, doesn't know what we know?
She doesn't know half of what you know now. She knows how it works. She's an administrator. Middle management, at best. She's got a nice cushy job, but... I mean, hell, if I remember correctly... He puts his hand, like, up to his temple. Yeah, she couldn't even save Velma. That had to come from you guys. She doesn't have any pull around here. Madame Leash has some pull. And of course, the people at the Chrysalis have pull.
Wait, you're implying that not even Madame Leash is in charge of this?
Well, she's in charge of the enforcers, but that's what she does.
What number question are we on? Because we have to save 3 for Nyx. Her last one, I assuming, is asking you to a bedroom.
He coughs at that, like he actually does choke on a bite of hot dog.
Nyx like glares at you, Sedusa, in a playful way, but glares at you and just says, spoilers.
I'm sorry, I don't really have any filters right now. Knocks back whatever shot is just laying on the bar.
Should have brought my gag.
All right, we know. I guess we know now that we need to go to Night City, but I don't feel like I know what the right question is to even ask at Night City. We need to go there to talk to, figure something out. What's the question we're not asking?
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you plan to do with all this information?
I think we have a vague idea of a thought of a plan.
I'm just saying...
Probably a better way put it than
I'm just saying this, look. Yes, you could absolutely join the fight and the struggle against the pound and everything it stands for and deal with the labs and all of that. Goodness knows, I'm kind of on that path myself. But it's a big ass...
Malcolm, he wants it burnt to the ground.
Well, yeah, Malcolm is different, okay? Malcolm, I would not... Well, I mean, that's up to you, especially if you're his sister. I don't know. But look,
I don't even know if I'm his sister.
You probably are. I don't think he would peg any... Like, he's too prideful to call someone who's not his sister. And, yeah. He's too involved in your life.
Rocket
Personally,
inches the bridge of their nose and goes, really not what I wanted to hear, but I think I had to accept that at some point.
Yeah. Anyway...
Pretty sure he wouldn't peg anyone.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah, well... The thing is you have to decide. I mean, you could all just keep on doing what you're doing, earn your cash, and just live your lives and not have to get involved in all of this. Because the deeper you are involved, the more you start waking bigger and nastier things. I sent you after Big Ugly. You notice I didn't send you after Big Good.
I'm guessing
Tell us
Big
about
Good
Big
is
Good.
the... I'm guessing he's the top enforcer of the good boys at the pound?
No, he works at the Chrysalis.
Next thing you're gonna... Oh wait, you already told us you worked at the Burrows. Never mind.
You worked at the Burrows. Big
Ugly.
Ugly. Excuse me, Benjamin worked at the Ark, and he works at the... this is so fun. It's like 3 brothers that all got jobs at the same place, but they just got sent to different factories or whatever.
Again, we're all the same person.
I know, it's just... You know how it's easier to explain it this way. What are you going to do? These 3 people are all one person. You're not toddlers in a trench coat. No one's going to buy that. This is easier this way. So that was Benjamin. You're Benny, and then the good one should be Benny, and you can be, I don't know,
Benji.
Ben Knives or something. Benji. Oh, I love that better. Benji. You're Benji, and he's Benny.
You know, all of this friendly talk is really going to ruin my rep. That's the other reason why I sent my boys away. And not to put too fine a point on it, you can trust the things I say because we made a deal. But I can't 100% tell you to trust me. I got plenty of blood on my hands. Alright?
There's something it's not even part of any of this, really. But I did have another question for you, and I don't know of how many we're at.
You're at 11.
Okay. You and Malcolm are the only 2 people I've seen who have gotten a hold of those things. And she points to the dogs. Or to his dogs, like, haven't gotten a hold of them that aren't pound related. Can I buy one off of you?
He blinks.
See, we keep doing stuff, and I keep feeling like I'm pulling people into my own drama, and it's too much. So I want something that can, and she points over to Lupa, it's like, that can be sort of like Lupa's dog for baby. So that, when we need baby, but we don't trust to talk to each other through the agents, or anything like that, we can be like, Fido, go! And then he will go, and maybe something to give us a little extra muscle, too. I just thought it would be you'd be the only one I would think I could ask.
Yeah, I can hook you up with one. Just, I will tell you this very, very clearly. You gotta find a place to keep it, because if the pound finds that you have one, it will be bad.
That's okay. Baby's got like 1,000 compartments. We own this joint. Sorry, Tabitha. I didn't mean it that way.
Tabitha's just like, it's okay. I'm gonna take it out of a certain bear's ass when he gets back.
Don't tell me Dresden's giving you problems.
No. Dresden's not giving me any problems. His compatriots are, yeah, this is a lot. Quite frankly, I'm learning things that I don't want to know, and I should have left, quite frankly. And now I know this stuff, and nice. Who wants a drink? I want a drink. And she starts making herself like something, like she just keeps on pulling out bottles.
I mean, the door is right over there.
Yeah, it's a little too late for that. Man, I wasn't happy when Malcolm learned my name.
I'm sorry, what?
I wasn't happy when Malcolm learned my name.
How close are you to Malcolm?
How does he know you? And does he know that we stay here?
No.
Does Malcolm come to this bar?
Whoa. No, you don't understand. So remember, the good doctor was working here before your other crew came in and kicked him out.
Oh, right, of course.
And the only reason why he actually left and didn't make a stink about it and basically turn this whole place into a nightmare zone is because Malcolm showed up and told him to leave.
Okay, so he knew you before you knew us.
Well, before I know your
You knew
crew.
the monster crew.
Yes.
Yeah, you knew the monster, but
Yes.
you didn't know us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I know, it's very confusing. I hope you were taking notes.
And now Big Bad knows all of this extra stuff about us, too, because we all just said that right in front. You're learning things, too, aren't you, sweetie? This is a fun day, huh?
To be perfectly honest, that's from Big Bad. The most I'm learning right now is that you folks may be crazy enough to help me later on, but I'm not sure I want to bring you in just yet.
Fair enough.
Because again, I don't know what your goals are. And I am telling you that if your goals are not worth dying over, to just take this information, be confident that now you know the mystery, and live your lives.
We've already almost died so many times. At that point, I think that question...
Mm.
Someone did this to me.
How many times did
and
you
before
put together again?
Yeah, so many times. Someone did this to me, and I'm going to find out who they are and where they live before I'm willing to live like this for the rest of my life.
Sorry, Sedusa. I'll take them apart for you.
I don't even know if I want to take them apart. I just want to know why.
All right.
Oh, it's okay. I want to take them apart.
10 questions. Come on. We're going to go to the speed round soon. If
No.
yeah.
It's not 10. It's only 7 because she has 3 of them.
Okay. Well, and we know what one of them is, apparently. Guess I shouldn't be drinking too much alcohol.
So we go to Night City. What is there in Night City for us to learn? How do we get more? I imagine that you can't just walk into the chrysalis. Is going to Night City going to help us? Because that seems to be the ultimate goal, is to go to the chrysalis. But I don't think it's a place we can just walk into. So will going to Night City help us get into the chrysalis?
I'll put it to you this way. You just did a deal. You just did a job for me. You've been doing jobs for often yourselves. The Pound is going to want a job. And if you refuse it at this point, people are going to start getting curious. And they're going to start looking into what you have been looking into. And then it's just up to how... Huh? Yeah. It's just
and
going
the
to...
last thing we need is them poking around in what we've been doing too much.
Yeah. So, my suggestion, honestly, you all have a think about what it is that you want. Whatever the next job you get, you do. You do well. Impress the high-ups. And then come to me and I'll set you on a path if you want. Or if you're really crazy, go to Malcolm.
Aggressive facepalm.
I really wouldn't go to the good doctor, though.
When it comes to...
We just want him. We just want him dead. That's all.
Everybody does. Nobody likes him.
Then I have 3 questions.
Ooh.
Tell me about the good doctor.
Okay.
Tell me about Big Good. All you know about the Christmas. And... Lucid forgot the name of the other one.
Burrow.
B.
The Burrow.
And the Burrow.
Okay, well, that's technically 4 questions.
Okay, then 4.
Yeah. The good doctor is, as you've met him, he was a... God, I hate saying this. I hope he doesn't still have any listening ears. He's a brilliant scientist, but cracked. I don't know why. He probably has, like, some daughter that died of a brain aneurysm or some AI. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of depressing story behind his life, because he is too effed up not to be. But whatever the case is, he likes messing with people's brains. He likes messing with AI, and he likes... if I remember correctly, his current passion is figuring out a way to weaponize cyberpsychosis. So basically, not someone you want to get involved in any way.
What's his real name?
It was I know his last name was Wadsworth.
Oh, okay then.
You know what? I will tell you this behind the scenes metadata. I trust Franny's notes to remind me people's names.
I do my best to take good notes, but sometimes there's so much information happening that my brain forgets it before my fingers get it out. Because there's so much information happening, it's like I'm trying to keep track of the new information, and I do my best.
Yes. By the way, I will say this for anybody who is new, kind of like popping in. Yes, this is a big story reveal, secrets, role-playing session. They've had some nasty combat sessions the past 2 sessions. So that's why this is the way it is. So just so you know, these guys do fight. And almost, I've almost killed them a couple of times. Especially Lupa, who specifically asked for me to. But I haven't been able to yet.
I think she would disagree that she asked you.
That's the running gag between Bun and I. Don't worry.
But anyway, yeah. So he showed up, saw what they were doing, and was like, "Oh, cool, animals. Wonder what I could do with them," and started messing with them. And then he got more and more ideas, and every idea just led deeper down a rabbit hole that we're all kind of sloshing our way towards. He's the reason why you got those agents in your head. He's the reason I'm split up the way I am. He's the reason why Malcolm's got 3 brains. He's the reason why she's got those. And she's the reason why Third Floor exists. Oh, and he also turned those bears into cyber psychos. That was a thing. I wonder if he's going to start doing that again. God, that was a mess.
Don't worry.
It'll be a while.
We're doing our best to murder him.
That's the look.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of me. The only person I know he's ever shown any sort of fear or even respect towards is Malcolm. All right, what was the second question?
Information about Big Good.
Be good. Me, stronger. A lot more chrome. Bit of a tight ass. Bit of a stickler. And very, very devoted to the cause.
I think you can just send me all of the info. Take it.
Yeah. And he
Sounds like the equivalent to a religious zealot.
Yeah.
can you guess why we don't get along? All right. Yeah, and as far as the chrysalis is concerned, I think the main thing that you might want to know that everyone else can know is that there are, you'll need to at some point deal with the fates.
Huh?
The Fates.
Yeah. Scientists that are in charge of the processing. There's one who deals with your past, there's one who deals with what you are, and there's one who future-proofs you. That's why they call themselves... people get a grandiose view of themselves.
Just player note, Bun. That's really fucking cool.
Who you were, who you are, and who you will be.
Yeah. And by the way, that's why... one of the reasons why Big Good is where he is. He owes everything to them, he says.
Know why?
Because they made him into what he is.
Okay.
Vinny sounds like someone really annoying. He should have a drink. Knocks back
Yeah.
another.
Too much of a tight ass.
I'll put it to you.
Have a lay.
I'll put it to you this way. I would not bet against him I would not have bet against him in a fight against Trevor.
Okay.
And you're not going to be able to poison him. Because I'm guessing that's what you did.
Man have gills? Put him underwater. I'm kidding. I'm just drunk. Forget me. I'm over here.
All right, so you asked about that, and I've told you about that, and I told you about the chrysalis. What was the last one? Oh, the burrow. The burrow is... you go to the burrow, and you're going to see Malcolm, and you're going to see vermin. You're going to see his vermin. And his vermin are different than the nice little happy rodent boys running around selling T-shirts with marker on them.
We know.
Oh, Bisquick.
Sorry, what?
You.
Yeah, he
remember
might
the
be looking
layout.
for a new name. Who knows?
Mm.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already been thought of.
Okay.
But yeah, he owns that whole area, and most of that lab is underground.
You remember the.
No, because he's tunneled. It's at this point, it's basically an ant hive.
No
Well-
wonder he had us in the fucking sewers for that meeting.
Oh yeah, no, that's his MO. He comes at you from underground.
And he doesn't even ask permission first.
Oh no, he doesn't. He needs it. After all, he is the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, I got that impression when we talked to him.
I don't think he values the meeting.
I don't think he values anything other than his own ego.
You know what gets me? What I think is funny? He's not even the smartest man in the room. He's the container of the smartest man in the room because his brain's in a jar. And then knocks back another shot. Hey, Nix!
All right, so we're at 7 or 6. Anybody else have a quick question before I get the 3 from Nix? And he says that in a way where he just kind of like looks at her.
Oh, that. I don't need you to remember my name.
Your name's Nix! And like, Sedusa's trying to whisper, but she's just not doing it. It's like, Nix, when you guys are doing it, call him Benji. It'll be hilarious. Like, do it right in the middle.
Big Bad turns to Tabitha and he says, if there are any recording devices in here, I'm going to need the tapes. And if they ever get released, I'm burning this place to the ground.
When his back is turned, Lupa just gives a massive side eye over to Lunar.
Oh yeah, no. Lunar has already like, or they're safe. Here's the thing. Lunar's never gonna tell. But if they can get in to like if they're in security, they're gonna flip it all. But they're not gonna tell anyone that they have it. Not even the rest of the group.
So any other questions?
Like-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Lunar?
Oh, Lunar's just gonna get. If there is security cameras, they were just gonna get all the footage before it could get.
Are the fates of the Chrysalis are the fates in Night City?
They're at the Chrysalis.
Yeah, he said they were.
I don't know. It's like going to a grocery store. You kind of just want as much as you can out of one trip. Doesn't matter. Takes another shot.
Look, I'll tell you right now, none of you are ready for the Chrysalis. I
All right,
wouldn't
then let's
put you up against the Burrow either, quite frankly.
talk about something practical since we're going to be heading there. Who are the powers that be in Night City?
Look, I live here in the pound in the junkyard. Like, I know a few names, but things are so fucked up over there right now. Depends on where you are. There are multiple different areas and multiple different, like, mini towns and communities. You got, like, 3 different combat zones, for God's sakes. You got a center square that used to have, like, Arasaka, but now all there is a giant fucking crater in the ground. I can't help you there, man. I can tell you, like, you know, gangs to avoid.
Okay, let's start there.
All right. If you hear somebody giggle and then say, let's have some fun, run. Nix. Roll a resist torture drugs real quick.
Oh, great, thank you. Was wondering how long it was going to take to get back to that. That is going to be an 18.
Okay. You have a flash of memory. It does not rip through you, but you kind of like the drink is kind of helping you handle this. And you remember once again a party. You remember opening the door, and some freak had apparently hired a clown stripper that came in, and she had a big, huge smile and a big red balloon, which she handed to you. And then, like, you know, pressed into her little dimples and smiled, and then she hopped into the room. She hopped into the middle of the room, and she said, "Let's all have some fun." And then the balloon exploded in your hands, and next thing you know, the whole place was filling with gas. And things got really messy after that. You see the cotton candy thing that I told you about again? Remember, the thing about cotton candy, what got you into that memory was watching your biotoxin kind of melt that creature's fur. So now you're seeing actual cotton candy. And you're seeing it melt away because of liquid. It is not biotoxin. It is not water. It is red. And it is thick. And it is the last moments of everyone in that room with the exception of you. And you are now remembering crawling out of a broken window. And the glass tearing into your back as you slowly slipped into a nasty alleyway. And for the first time, and in your mind, hopefully the last time, you remember running.
Okay. She may not take like severe humanity damage from this, but Nyx is definitely going to just absolutely fucking shatter the glass that's in her hand.
Yeah, Big Bad kind of like turns and looks, and the look that he gives you is not like a, what do you do? It's like almost genuine concern.
Dix, you okay, kitty cat?
You guys have a couple questions left.
I'll send a couple of listings of some of the gangs, some of the movers and players to your... It depends on where you're going, all right? Tell you what, Lunar, right? You send me the next mission they send you on. I'll give you some heads up of what to watch out for in the area.
Lunar is gonna like still stay close to Big Bad, but like kind of walk over to Nyx and like, start cleaning up and making.
Okay.
Man,
You are drunk, honey.
I am drunk.
Remember,
Funny though,
Go
she's
home,
gonna sleep with
you're
him and
drunk.
she got his digits.
yeah, well, I mean, Lunar also has some med tech training too, so.
I know.
All right. Okay, so it sounds like the party's getting close to being done. Last questions. And well, I don't know. I don't know if that changes the last question. But
I think the last questions all belong to Nyx anyway.
he turns to you, Nyx.
Knowledge is sparse. I don't remember a lot of things. I don't really want to remember a lot of things. You know any gangs, any squads? Got a fun Irish accent to them. Peaky Blinders and the such.
I know the crew that came over with you. I know they requested it specifically. And, being who I am, I kind of ran their numbers and shit. I know that, I know their gang disbanded.
Got
Yep.
a name for that gang?
I'm pretty sure you know it. And the name does pop in your head.
Shit, is this something that we've talked about before and I have legitimately forgotten?
This is me letting you name your gang.
Oh,
Oh, fun. Oh, I thought you were gonna do it for me. Okay.
No. Even with the amnesia plot line and all that, I still want you to have that hand in your. That's why in this amnesia plot line, it has a structure for remembering things, so that you can still have control over your past history and have a I'm big on that.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I'm deciding in the moment because if I vacillate on it, I'll take fucking forever. We were called the Rocky Road.
Very nice. I can tell you what. If I understood Ripper, right? Guy with the lamb chops. That's the guy that you talk with. Remember, that's the first guy of your crew that popped up.
No, I call him Lamb Chop.
Okay.
Because calling him Ripper would be far too much respect.
Ah, gotcha. Well, according to him, they are the last of the old loyalists, and the rest of what was the gang you're from is now called the Red Caps.
Let's hope they haven't all turned to snakes. No offense, sweetie. And she turns to Sedusa.
Next, I like that you are surrounded by medtechs right now.
All right. Anything else?
For all we know, Nick has a thing for doctors.
That's true. Last chance. After this, it's gonna cost you, obviously, but later.
I still have my 2.
Yes, yeah.
She will insist on her 2.
He doesn't seem like he's counting at this point. He's basically giving you all a chance to get in one last question, and then you got your 2. Because we kind of
know any sort of clown freaks?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Who the fuck are they?
The bozos. You know what a prank gang is?
Never heard
If
of
you're
it.
referring to those annoying videos that are put up on the web.
No. Prank gangs, they go out, they just, they prank people, just like it sounds. They, usually most of them aren't that dangerous. Most of them are just looking to have a good time. Sometimes they're kids. There's one, what were the vampires called? Philharmonic vampires? Yeah. For the most part, they're just looking to amuse and confuse. People that die usually ask for it. But there is one crew that takes the pranks a bit too far. Very far. They're known for wiping people out, kidnapping people, things like that. It's the sort of thing that you go back to your apartment, everything's going good, everything's going fine, you had a nice gig. Notice that there's a present over there on your coffee table, and you walk over to it. First you're thinking it's a bomb, but no, that doesn't seem to be anything coming up on your low radar. Open it up and something jumps out. And it's got a hunk of your face in its mouth. You don't want to mess with those. Like I said, you hear anybody giggling and saying, "Let's have some fun," run.
Oh, I won't mess with them. To rip them to shreds.
Ooh. I'm beginning to think I'm not the biggest, baddest thing in the room. Later, Mercenary Art. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Oh, and thank you for the follow.
Run for your money.
Lunar is kind of slightly like it'll hold next to his hand. Give it a. Because they can tell there's something like not right, but they're not gonna ask.
Nyx would move away her hand before you could touch it. And if you try again, her tail will whap the back of your hand. Not lightly, I will tell you.
You're gonna get a look of like, let me fix your hand. Or it's just not gonna be fun. They were trying to be nice, and now they're just like, I'm fixing your. If you want to go play, you're letting me fix your fucking hand.
Sedusa immediately grabs Nyx from behind in a big, like, hug.
Mm-hmm.
Like, presses her giant tits into her back and is just like, oh, you're going to have a fun evening. You have to hold still, though. You gotta wait for the hand thing so you can do hand things.
I would like to fix your. I can go.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for something here to determine my
Oh,
action.
come on.
Nah, go.
I'm not gonna accept my arms of love.
Possibly not. Nyx just had, a very unpleasant memory.
Oh, sorry, I was away. Wait, I want to do opposing.
Okay.
Go first. Nyx is gonna roll to see what she does. So roll that real quick.
Yeah, I did. I got my armor, right? Before we left?
Yeah.
Is it skin tight as I requested?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic, then it feels just like a skin. Sedusa. Edie, I need you to roll a resist torture and drugs.
Are you gonna try to shock me? That's
Nyx is not thinking right now. It's not intentional. DC is 15.
I get a 15. But
That means she wins, right, Bun?
No, actually, it's you have to beat it.
No, it's you I have to beat it. I knew that was gonna happen anyway, but still, I was all proud. I was like, hey, 15.
Oh,
that
You
was
could
so
use
pretty
2
close.
luck.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can
I'm
blow
gonna
2
use
luck.
then.
Okay, you
I'm
got
gonna
it.
blow him.
You gonna blow him?
I want to. Yeah. No, I want to totally have absorbed it and have like that numb. You have to understand. In real life I can't get drunk, so.
Only in games.
This is the only in games can I pretend to be able to drink alcohol.
Fair.
So
So then
I have
Nyx
to have
has
enough
no
numbness.
choice but to, after reflexively shocking Sedusa, sit there and let Luna fix her hand. All the while, she looks like she is wound incredibly tight.
You're in a big warm snake lady giant boob hug. Come on.
Oh, as soon as Lunar's done with your hand, she will come and get Sedusa. I'm like, okay, let go. I'm here.
Hey, big man. You got any questions? You've been quiet this whole time. He comes over to you.
Just watching
and
the
asks,
show at this point.
Yeah, it's a nice show, but you're new to all this, and I get that. You sure you don't want some heads up? You got some crazy friends, good people, but I don't know.
Getting used to that.
Actually, he pauses for a second and he looks, and he reaches up behind you, and he pulls, turtle rocket launcher. You must love turtles.
I am going to just death glare. I do
Yeah,
not
it's the opposite.
like turtle.
You don't
right
like?
now.
Oh, okay. Wow, did not know I was stepping in it with that.
Big Bad, you might want to step away before you get decked, and if you do, that's on you.
Okay, how about you? Hey there, waffle cheese.
I've gotten a lot of, like, as much information about Malcolm as I think is possible, because he said that most of the other information about him is in the file that Jester has, or excuse me, that Lunar has. So I think Sprocket would just, like, unless there is anything in the back of your brain about Malcolm, I don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you something, because you have the look, and I remember somebody saying something about not speaking over channels and so on. And I'm going to tell you something. It's going to help you sleep at night. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Malcolm can't monitor your agent.
Really?
Really. He pretends that he can. He sets things up so that everyone's paranoid around him, so that people think that he's a god. He's good, but he's not that good. Your agent, as you have come to find out, is an AI. And that AI cares more about you than it cares about Malcolm.
And the pound, or I'm actually this. Scratch that. Rocket responds with, "I'm assuming the pound does monitor it, though."
The pound gets the information that it's supposed to be getting, which is monetary. That's it. They don't listen in. And it's not because they're nice or anything. It's because they have so many different agents, so many different people working. They don't have the space for that kind of data stream. And once you get past a certain point, I mean, look, we're not like interconnected in like a massive World Wide Web or anything like that. Some asshole made sure that that wasn't working. So
Gotcha.
you're good. You can use your agent. You're fine.
That is very comforting. Because I am so tired of tiptoeing around this dickhead. And inside Sprocket is going, fucking finally, I can actually use this thing for what it's meant for instead of pretending that my shithead big brother is listening to every single goddamn thing I say. Because...
Also, I don't. You're probably not classically trained. So I was about to say something about King Lear. Look, if you are his sister, I've never clocked anything from him that I would call love or actual affection. But possessiveness, he's got that. So when you do decide it's time to betray the asshole, be sure all your ducks are in a row. Because whatever it is that he's doing nice when it comes to you, it's going to come back about tenfold. Something to keep in mind.
Doesn't type to lately.
No. I mean, that's why he surrounds himself with fucking lobotomized vermin. None of them can question him.
Somebody with half a brain would treat him as a god unless they're a sycophant or someone whose brain doesn't.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Are we done here?
Over there.
Is everybody satisfied? Have you gotten your goods? Was it worth the horrors of the lab?
Oh, Seduce, a giant smile on her face, raises her hand in the air and says, "No, but thank you anyway."
Hey, thank you. I'm sure you know, because, you know, medtech. Big Ugly wasn't long for the world already. And I wasn't real sure what was going to happen to me when that happened. Him going offline is one thing. Him succumbing to a tumor turned him insane. That I did not need in my brain. So this was more than just, I don't know, a big brother squabble. For me, it was survival.
Well, it's it's over now. Time to be a sad drunk.
Hey,
Last shot.
you know what? Actually, he puts his hand up, and Tabitha gives him that look, and he puts his hand up a little bit higher. She continues to give him a look. A round of drinks for Gentle Ben. She's like, fine. And she goes and she gets out a tray, brings them out. The Gentle Ben, we hardly knew you, and what we knew, well, it was better than we thought. And he takes a hit.
Sedusa downs it, and anybody who doesn't down theirs, she'll take it.
Oh, for once, Lupa actually drinks.
Oh, Lunar fully just gives hers back to, like, just doesn't even take it and does not allow us to do it. I'm like, nope, nope, don't even make me one.
I'll take the drink.
Okay. Sprocket, Nix, do you take the drink?
Yes.
Yeah, Sprocket drinks.
You can go ahead and everyone who took the drink can write down on their character sheet that you have +2 influence with the good boys.
Boys?
Excuse me, the bad boys. That's the name of his crew.
Reputation
Yeah.
on
It's
the
a,
second page.
yeah. It functions as though you have a reputation, and also
Oh, okay.
it'll give you a modifier to any persuasion when it comes to their crew. And he's not like mad at you, Luna, or anything like that. He just has more respect for the people who took the drink. That's all.
Lunar doesn't drink and has to deal with a drunk, so
Yeah.
no.
Gotcha. All right. So I think that's everything. Anybody? Anybody? All right.
For me.
Lunar
Yeah,
has
okay.
gone to take care of Sedusa since Nix's hand is now bandaged.
Sedusa, giant, stupid, goofy grin on her face, and that like slight tent on her cheeks. It just wraps Luna up in a big old hug, walking with her. It's like, hey, walking with the Lunar, got the little wings. Walking with the Lunar, got the little wings. She said silly mode.
I hope she sobers up by morning. I think you're gonna need her help by then, Nyx. And Lupa just packs Nyx on the back.
All right. Big Bad is going to leave unless somebody says something or, at this point.
Sprocket
Oh,
is,
let's
is
see.
done.
That's,
back up.
That's 2. So we'll make it perfectly clear so we don't hit 3. When you pat Nyx on the back, she turns to you, Lupa. Not touch me. Her. She's gonna stand up from the bar and walk past Big Bad. Alright, your reputation is soiled here. Not as bad as I thought you were. She's gonna leave.
Oh, he's like, oh, guess I was too nice. Next time I'll come in with a gun. All right, and that is the end of this season. This is the sort of the final. We will start back not the Monday after this, but the next one because I need a break to plan out what's happening.
I got one more thing.
Oh, what's up?
One quick. Hey, Big Bad.
Yeah.
You know anyone who's good with a sword?
Plenty of people.
Feel like making an introduction?
I'll ask around. But honestly, I mean, you're about to hit the motherland when it comes to badass martial arts and sword slingers and solos. I check around Night City.
See, that's the problem. We have reputation out here. We don't. No one knows a damn thing about us in Night City.
You don't know how lucky you are, then. Rep ain't nothing but a burden.
What about a big fish in a small pond?
And that was the last thing he said before he walked out. Yeah. But yeah, anybody else have any last minute business before we shut this down?
Fine.
No.
Uh, yeah, who's still streaming? You still gonna be streaming, Goth?
No, my back is bad tonight.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Let's see. Right. I'll be right back, and then I will find out who we're going to raid. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out. Season 3 will start not the usual Monday, but the Monday after. We will skip one session, and it will in fact take place in Night City, and we will address some of the things that came up, specifically what's going on with Nyx and that feeling she's getting on her back right now. BRB. Yes, and I hope you had fun.
It was a lot of fun, bud.
It was.
Yay! Yerb.
I'm gonna go end stream. I will be.
Okay. I always get told it sucks that I can't drink alcohol. Is it that fun?
No.
No.
Cool.
Like, I enjoy my rum every now and then, but I've never understood the rest of my family who will drink it for, like, I don't know, 5 times a week.
Where I work, it really is one of those things where every time it gets mentioned, it's always like, oh my god, that's not, I'd kill myself. And it's like, kill yourself? Read a book.
Oh, also, I wanted to say, Thursday, I don't know why I didn't say this before. Thursday, we're also doing the Monster Squad, which is the other crew with, let's see, we got Doc Dresden, we got Hazelnut, who you may find their voice familiar. We got Neko Cutie Sasha, we got that Gin Girl, and we got the Moostress. And they are going to be taking down a warehouse that, basically they're taking down a warehouse that is filled up with Red Chrome Legion. So if you want to see a bunch of furries take on a bunch of cyber fascists, Thursday night is your night. For now.
It's
Setting up
kind of
her-
interesting being in 2 of these because I get excited all over again each time. Like, I get excited for 2 completely different things.
That makes me happy. Let's see. Who am I going to raid?
It doesn't help my characters are, like, almost completely opposite from each other.
You get a very dynamic experience then.
Yes, kill the Red Chrome Legion. The Red Chrome Legion, much like the Bozos, are people that you can absolutely just go balls to the walls and not feel the least bad about it. And they're also people you need to, because otherwise they will kill you.
See
Okay.
now, and I think we could have a conversation. I'm just sorry.
Same with the Inquisitors, yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what?
So true.
There may be a good time to have a lovely conversation with the, the Bozos. I'm sure they would love it.
We're gonna have a conversation, all right.
The
It's gonna
funny
be
thing
a
about
nice
the
three-way between me, a bozo, and my knife.
Bun,
Yes?
I am a little behind on my lore for the Bozos. Are they currently in the Civil War, or is this post-Civil War?
They are currently in the Civil War, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I am raiding Lee Shroom, who is playing something.
Oh!
I didn't say my goodbye. Goodbye, if anyone hears me.
Nope, everyone else is already rated out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a nice change of pace. Always fun to have a game where I'm not about to get my head taken off.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's very nice.
One second, I'll be back.
So, it's the thing on the back. Is that why you decided to get wings on your back?
She doesn't have wings on her back.
Oh, right, she has wing arms.
Yeah, that's why Bun wants me to update my Hero Forge model to the new one that I made. No, it's because she was blown onto her back with glass piercing everything. She now associates like any sensation on her back with that memory, and she doesn't like it.
Oh my god, she's only ever going to ride top from now on.